What's up everybody, welcome to a Tuesday video on Wednesday, because the video I tried to do decided to not record the in-game audio, so it was just me jabbering over a video that made no sense without the ability to hear what I was talking about, especially the bad voice acting. Anyway, the game was Bladestorm Nightmare, and it's an awful game, don't play it in my opinion. If I finally get the audio to work, then you'll see why. Anyway, today we're doing Valus Tuark with Crusher, and it's just another fast one, to be honest with you, and go back to the roots, because the last few videos have been lacking a lot of Destiny, and let's face it, Destiny's awesome. A lot of people don't agree with me there, a lot of people for some reason thought the hype was overdone, but I played the alpha and the beta, and obviously this, and I love it. I still love this game, there's still plenty to do. I hate Crucible, but hey, still have fun on patrols and making these videos, and that's all it's all about, isn't it now? Anyway, starting with Crusher again. It's been a while since he's actually been useful, so I thought I'd put him to use for a change. He's going to stop making these videos with me, but no, he won't, because, you know, he's been bored without my insult. Anyway, it's been about 4 weeks since it's been a Destiny video. We're a bit out of whack here, so bear with us. As we saw at the start, we didn't use our sparrows because we forgot, and yeah, we're just kind of falling out of practice. So this is us getting back to it and continuing on with the strikes, hopefully in order. I can't really remember.
Be on the lookout for.
But the important thing is,
they're just as dangerous.
This is for you guys to watch, to learn, to see how it can be done. And if you can do it better, then I will admit that I'm not the best player in the world, as Crusher thinks he is, but let's face it, he's just a little bitch. He is really gonna hate me. Who cares? I'm the owner of this channel, and until he decides to actually man up and do some audio with me, then let's just call him names. You know, comment underneath. Let's start a rally to get Crusher to do some audio. Come on everybody, we can do it, he'll do it, even if it's just a it's a game. It'll be worth it, because we can all laugh at him, and then you can all be like, wow, you guys sound alike, and I'll be like, yeah, but I'm the better looking out of us. And yeah, that kind of got a bit out of hand. This bit is pretty much the bit that takes the longest in the game, because you gotta kill the 4 generals. And where the hell did that guy go? He just ran up at me and ran away. I don't know, I don't have a clue, and as we saw in the last part, you don't actually have to kill all those guys in that hall, you can just run past them. This is the way I do this part. Crusher's got his own way of doing it, but I prefer to take the safe route, because I don't want to die too many times in the video. Sue me. Don't sue me, don't have a lawyer. And yeah, this bit's pretty straightforward. But the problem with using the ship is, if you're too far away, the missiles will explode before they actually hit the guy that you're aiming at, so you gotta get right up in the nitty-gritty and put a rocket up their asses and just be like, I own you, you are now my property, and I'm gonna use you to mop the floors. Not that there's any floors to mop, really, because it's all covered with sand. You don't want wet sand. Nobody likes wet sand. That's why I'd never go to Mars if it happened, because I would be the only person on that planet to get wet feet somehow, and then I'd get sand between my toes, and I'd get angry, and the Martians would invade Earth just because of my bad temper. I honestly don't know why I'm rambling on about this. Who cares? Let's just sit back and watch for a couple of seconds while I compose myself. Right, I'm a little composed. Something that I did notice while I was playing this, using this ship to attack these aliens, is I don't think I've done very much damage to them, and I'm pretty sure Crusher got all the kills here. But you should be able to destroy these ships with this. I mean, that'd be pretty boss. Shoot out the thrusters and then it'll just crash and everyone will die and I'll be, oh no, save us! But no. And also, these guys, I've thought this for a while now. If anybody has ever seen the film The Fifth Element, it's a classic film, it's amazing. The Guardians, I think they're called, look exactly like the Cabal. Don't know if that's intentional, don't know if they've like emulated the design or whatever, but they look exactly like the aliens from The Fifth Element. So that's something to think about, and if you don't believe me, go ahead and look it up, and hit me with a thumbs up if you agree, hit me with a thumbs down if you hate America. That's right. Although I'm not sure that my audience is mostly American, so scratch that. Just hit me with a thumbs up if you agree. Now, as I said at the start of the video, it has been a while since I've done a Destiny video. Crusher and I, both because we've both been playing different games, such as Far Cry, and I've been getting back into Dragon Age Inquisition. But I feel that the only way that we could have improved on this time is if I actually got out of this gunship and just went shooting them all up, instead of trying to be clever and not die by using rockets. So other than that, and maybe a couple of better shots on the tank, we could have done this a couple of minutes faster, but I can't see it being done much faster than this, to be honest, unless you've got a third person who's actually useful. Unlike the guy who is meant to be the third in this, because I mean, we don't see him until the very end of the level. So if you had a decent third player, you'd probably be able to do this a hell of a lot faster than us. But here's the challenge: do it with 2 people. Not a very hard challenge, but yeah, it's just annoying when you get a third person who either does absolutely nothing, or is like a hog. And I didn't see that coming at me until it was too late. But look at that flight. That would make Superman jealous before he could actually fly. There we go. Nice lovely view of Mars. Too bad they don't have any chocolate bars. Ah, well. Who cares about chocolate? It's time to get revenge on this son of a bitch and blow up his motherfucking tank! That's right, bitch. You ain't getting to kill me and get away with it. Me and Crusher are gonna go old school on your ass! Let's face it, weaknesses are a great point in this game because you can just fuck him up. Whew, sorry, got overexcited there. Crusher's dead because they didn't want to be left out apparently. So yeah, I'm gonna jump up there and save him. And yeah, we're gonna mess this tank up because the tank is probably the bit that takes the longest out of this entire thing. Even when you do go for the special points. Now this tactic kinda worked, but it kinda didn't at the same time because it was too far around and about to get attacked by a cabal. But I got his cover off. He's gonna die pretty damn soon, and we're just gonna haul ass right around to Valus Tuark. Of which there is an amazing cheese spot. I ain't gonna lie, I will show you the cheese spot, but I'm not really gonna use it. It's perfect if you're gonna do the Nightfall, which we did when it was the Nightfall a few weeks back, and Crusher died, so it was just left to me. And I'll tell you what, it is perfect if you are left to yourself,
let's go get Taurus.
because you cannot get hit, no matter what he does, no matter who's there. You might get shot a little bit from some legendaries, I think they're called, but other than that, you're untouchable, and you can shoot the shit out of them all. It's probably the best point in the entire game for like hiding, sniping, shooting, because there's a tiny little triangle that you can scope through, and it's just a perfect sniping spot because you can get him in the head every single time. And then you celebrate by dancing on his dead ashes. Now we got a little tactic here. I'll let Crusher go first because he's the bait, and it doesn't really work for me this time, which you'll see in a second. I don't die, but for some reason my guy just decides to forget how to do anything. It's almost as though he wants to get shot. But can you blame him? Maybe he's feeling remorse for all those aliens that we killed. But here's the thing, why do the aliens always have to be bad? Why can't we just encounter a nice group of aliens? You know, that we could have the option of either helping out or murdering. Because that would be pretty awesome if you got that choice. But the problem with Destiny, I find that a lot of people are complaining about, is because it's too set for you. And it's pretty fast to complete, especially if you do quick runs that turn out to be nearly 15 minutes long. Anyway, besides that point, you can just run past everybody else up to this point, which Crusher decides to try not to do. So we could have shaved about 20 seconds off of this if he just listened to me and was like, RUN! He's like, no, don't want to. They just chase after you, and they have a great time, and give it 110%, because apparently he is a Scottish sportsman, which is not. I just like to mock him. Anyway, this is the cheesing spot. You may have found it before, you may have thought that, you know, you can get shot from here, but you're pretty damn untouchable. So, if you're doing the Nightfall or the Heroic, and you want an easy way to do this guy, head down here. Don't do that though, you'll get shot. You can get hit from the ramp, but not by Valus. So, and there's a little triangle that you can snipe through. I'm not going to do the entire level down here, but this is just the perfect spot to kill Valus Tuark. Especially, like I say, if your partner dies on the Nightfall, because you can't respawn obviously. And yeah, it's going to be boring for them, they're going to have to wait until you kill them. But he basically just stands at the edge there, looking down at you, trying to stomp on you, trying to hit you with the rockets, but nothing can get you, so you can just like constantly hit him in the face with your heavy and your sniper if you use a sniper. Not your shotgun, because nobody should use shotguns. Shotguns suck in everything. And because I'm not using the nice lovely hiding spot, I'm just going to do this regular way. One on each side until some magic happens and Crusher somehow ends over here. And third guy decides to turn up out of nowhere. It's not even on the map, so I don't know if it was a late addition, but I'm pretty sure we're still at the start of the game. Anyway, the best thing about this guy as well is because his main gun is the minigun, there's certain angles that he can't hit you at, so you can just sit back, relax and shoot and just watch your back for Scion and the other dudes coming to touch you in the old butt from behind. Nobody wants. Still using the Badger, which is one of my favourite guns. I gotta admit that, I do love this gun. I was tempted to buy a golden, a legendary I think they're called, auto rifle, but I tried to buy it, and turned out I didn't have any strange coins because the week before I decided to take the initiative because he was never going to have the gun I wanted, and I bought myself 2 golden armor for my next classes, Warlock and I can't remember what it's called, Hunter I always call them because let's face it, they're always the same 3 types of classes. And yeah, I was like, gonna buy my gun, I'm gonna go get my gun. Got there, went like, oh yeah, he's got the gun, went to buy it, turns out I only had 3 goddamn strange coins, and I was just like, no! But hey, that's a story for today. It's not very long, or a good story, sorry for that, but ignore that story, just sit back, relax, listen to that if you can hear it downstairs. I hope you can't, because that would get flagged for torturous sounds in the video. I just had to forget my girlfriend singing. Yes, I am that mean. Alright, I'm going to pop down into this spot and show you just how good it is. Luckily, I've got my shield, which is handy as well if you're doing the Nightfall. Also, if you hear any banging in the video, it's because there's some dude on the roof doing some stuff. Anyway, this is the end of the video, and I grenade myself because I aimed it completely wrong, but if you're doing this in this little cheating spot, then you get that angle right and you can grenade them right in the face.
Guardian down.
And if you also aim properly, don't shoot that. Man, I'm awful at this time. There you go, he's trying to get me with his rockets, he can't touch me. Like MC Hammer, you can't touch him. And then you shoot his head off and he turns into dust. So that's how we do this in just over 14 minutes. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and it was definitely a video again for the first time in God knows how long. I'm sorry about the audio, it's been a while since I've done it for this amount of time. Anyway guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, subscribe and comment. Because at the end of the day, these videos are fun for me to make, and although it was a day late, which I'm sorry about, I hope you enjoy it. See you next week, on a Tuesday hopefully, and maybe with Crusher doing audio. We don't know, we'll have to find out then. And until then, goodbye and watch the skies!